Hello, team. I hope you are having a fabulous Wednesday. I wanted to share something with you. I just got off the phone with someone new that is on my team, and I gave her some advice that I thought would be good to give all of you. I always assume that all of you know my story and that you've heard every single detail, and I realize there's a lot of you that may not know this part of my story. But when I began, and it took me a little bit to really kind of get what I had my hands on. It took me probably a couple of weeks, and I remember doing my training, and I remember Pam Souder, the founder, one of the founders of the company. I remember her talking on one of these training videos and saying that there was a license to print money in this business, that if you went diamond, there was a license to print money. And all I could think was, wow, that sounds really great. And I remember her saying that, there were people that were making 5 figures a month in this business. And I thought, okay, well, if they can do it, I can do it. I don't know how long it will take me, but surely if somebody else has done it, they've paved the way, I can figure it out. But even honestly, I think I thought in the back of my mind, even if I have a 10th of the success that some of these people have, that would be so incredibly life-changing, even just $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. But something clicked whenever I was watching those training videos, and I thought, I can go make $1 million. I don't know why I thought that. I don't have a ton of reason other than I was just inspired, and I realized that there were other people doing it. And I thought, okay, if they're doing it, I can do it. And so I remember sending out my first few messages, and you guys have to hear me. I am not, when we talk about personality colors, I am not a green. I am not someone that has to know everything up front and ahead of time. There could have been, I always joke, like there could have been crack cocaine in the wraps, and I would have been like, oh, okay, well, that's probably why it works. Like, I didn't know the ingredient list. I didn't know anything whenever I started. I barely started my training. What intrigued me was the money, period, end of story. And so I remember texting several people. I say several. I text about 5 or 6 people on a Sunday afternoon, and I said, I am about to go make $1 million. Are you coming with me or not? That's all I said. And they responded, one of them responded back, what are you doing? One of them, Ashley Sinclair, why are you sending me this text? One of them said, okay, I'm intrigued. One of them was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I tried to set up meetings with all of them. 2 of them took my meeting, and everybody else was like, oh my gosh, no, you're good at sales. I'm not good at sales. But I just had this feeling. And I remember thinking, they would respond and say, well, what is it? And I was like, I don't really know. Well, what's in it? I don't know. Well, how does it work? I don't know. I haven't even tried one yet. Well, what does it do? Not real sure. Do you want to do it or not? You guys, my passion and my heart came through way before my knowledge. I still am learning so much, but that wasn't the point. The point was that, I jumped in, I told people I'm doing this. I planted my flag even 1-2 weeks in and said, I've got to give this a fair shot, and I can only give it a fair shot by just going balls out with it. So I've got to figure out a better better terminology for than balls out. If y'all can think of anything, let me know. That's a little more classy. I'm trying to be a little more classy. It's not working. So I decided I'm going to go balls out. Like, let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. And so that's really what began my journey. It wasn't worrying that people were going to say no. It wasn't feeling like I had to know everything. It wasn't figuring everything out ahead of time and printing off ingredient lists and doing all of this stuff. It was very simply just, there's other people making money. I'm going to go figure out how to do that too. And so I just want to encourage those of you that have that mindset, maybe those of you that are just getting started. And if you have somebody on your team that's like this, it's wonderful that they need facts and that they want info first. Don't take that away from them, but also maybe tag them and just gently remind them that when you pair knowledge with passion, you are unstoppable. And when you pair passion with passion, you're unstoppable. The point is that we've got to move. We've got to do something. I told my new girl today, oh, go ham. Yeah, that's a good one, Cindy. I like that. Maybe that's better than balls out. Go ham. All right, I'll try that. And I told one of my girls today, who do you know that you could text and say, I'm about to go make some money. Do you want to do this or not? I mean, even though you haven't done your training, even though you don't really know what you're doing, even though you haven't even signed up a customer yet, who do you know? Because we've all got those people in our life that would trust us and that know that trust us and that would maybe jump in whether we've got it all figured out or not. And so I just want to encourage you to move. I want to encourage those of you that are new, that are kind of waiting around. You're not going to learn anything in the waiting around. You're going to learn in the action. You're going to learn in the, yes, you'll learn a little bit in the training, but you will learn a lot more in the doing. And so I want to encourage you, if I could give you any tip for success that led to the success that I have in this business, I truly believe it started with action and with just doing, with believing that I had my hands on something special, and that's why I joined. And that this business could change my life if I let it, but I had to do something. And so I would encourage you to lead with that action more than you lead with your brain. Because people really, I think that they care a little bit less about how much you know than they do about how excited you are. That's just what I've been able to see over the last 8 years of sales. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. Sorry I had to put a filter on, but I slept about 2.5 hours last night and just worked out. So I'm kind of a mess, but yeah, just wanted to share. And I think I'm wearing the same shirt that I've been wearing for a day or two because that's just my life right now. But I love you guys. I pray for you guys. I think of you daily in ways that I can hopefully help you start seeing the bigger picture in this business because it's absolutely incredible. So, all right, I'm also a bit of a rambler, so I'll shut up, okay? All right, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye.